In the previous video, we have seen some introduction about Selenium, and we have also seen how to install and configure Selenium. So this is completed now. In this video, we will create a Selenium script, our first Selenium script, and run it on Chrome browser. If you want to create your first Selenium script, you need to know about an interface which is WebDriver interface. This WebDriver interface is provided by Selenium. If you have gone through my Java Basics tutorials, you should know that an interface is used for 100% abstraction. An interface is like a contract. It tells the classes what has to be done, but not how they have to do it. So, this WebDriver, this is an interface. It contains all the different methods like get, find element, etc. And the classes which implement this WebDriver interface, they have to define all these methods and they have to implement all these methods. There are different classes which have implemented this WebDriver interface, and some of them are Chrome driver, Edge driver, which is for Microsoft Edge, Firefox driver, which is for Firefox browser, Internet Explorer driver, which is for Internet Explorer, Opera driver, which is for Opera browser. So these are some of the classes that have implemented this WebDriver interface, and they have implemented the methods also like get, find element, etc. Since these are for different browsers, for example, this Chrome driver is for Chrome browser. That means if you want to execute any test cases on Chrome browser, then we will use this class Chrome driver. Similarly, if we want to execute any tests on Edge browser, we will use Edge driver class. Similarly, for Firefox, Internet Explorer and Opera browsers. Once we start any Selenium script, so the first thing we have to create is we have to create an object for these classes. For example, if you want to run your scripts on a Chrome browser, you will create an object for this Chrome driver class. Similarly, if you want to execute your tests on Edge browser, then first you have to create an object for this Edge driver class. Similarly, for Firefox browser, you have to create an object for Firefox driver. Let me give you the example for Chrome driver here. So I want to execute my scripts on Chrome browser. So first I will create an object Chrome driver, an object for this Chrome driver. So Chrome driver equals to new Chrome driver. If you have gone through my Java Basics videos, you should already know that this is how we create an object. First we declare the class name here and we use an object name. Here the object name is driver, and we use a new keyword, and then we use the class name again. So this is Chrome driver, since Chrome driver is the class, and since we want to execute our scripts on Chrome browser, we have created an object for this Chrome driver, which is Chrome driver equals to new Chrome driver. But generally, if we have an interface, we create an object of the type interface. So we use web driver. Driver is equal to new Chrome driver. That means whenever we have an interface, normally we use the interface name here. That means we are creating an object of the Chrome driver class only, but it is of the interface type web driver. The reason is you can easily switch between these drivers. For example, here I have Chrome driver. I can easily switch to Edge driver. I can easily switch to Firefox driver by just only changing this one. I don't need to change anything else. So if you want to create a driver for Firefox browser, then I'll say that WebDriver driver is equal to new Firefox Firefox driver. Similarly, for Edge driver, we will say WebDriver driver is equal to new Edge driver. Similarly, for Internet Explorer driver, we will say WebDriver driver is equal to new Internet Explorer driver. Now, we have created an object for the classes that have implemented this interface. Now, we can access these methods using this object. That means we can get them like driver dot get or driver dot find elements. Like this, we can access these methods and we can create our scripts. Again, we have to pass some parameters here, but we will see them in the actual scripts. So this is what we have to do when we create a script first. Let me explain this one more time. Whenever we want to create a Selenium script, the first thing we have to know is about this interface WebDriver. Selenium is providing an interface called WebDriver. This WebDriver is an interface which provides us different methods to create our Selenium scripts. That means to access the different elements on a web page. If you have gone through my basic Java tutorials, you should know that an interface is used for 100% abstraction. That means it contains methods, but those methods doesn't have any body, and the child classes that implement the interface, they will implement those abstract methods. And we have different child classes like Chrome driver, Edge driver, Firefox driver, Internet Explorer driver, and Opera driver. So these are all the different child classes that have implemented this interface. For example, Chrome browser, Chrome driver is for Chrome browser. That means if you want to execute your tests on a Chrome browser, then we will use this class Chrome driver. Similarly, for Edge browser, we will use the class Edge driver, and for Firefox browser, we will use the class Firefox driver, and so on. And these classes that were implemented, they have implemented these methods as well. So what we have to do now is we can just create objects for these classes, and using those objects we can access these methods. For example, if I want to execute my scripts on a Chrome browser, then I will create an object for this Chrome driver. So Chrome driver equals to new Chrome driver. If you have gone through my basic Java tutorials, you should already know that this is how we create an object. We use the class name here, and then the object name equals to, we use the new keyword and then the class name with brackets. So this is how we create an object. So here we have created an object for Chrome driver class. Now using this object, we can access these methods like get and find element by driver.get and driver.find element. But normally whenever we have interfaces. We use the interface name here. That means we are creating an object of the Chrome driver only, but the object is of the interface type. So we use WebDriver equals to new Chrome driver. Similarly, for Firefox browser, we use WebDriver equals to new Firefox driver. So now let's create our first Selenium script. So what I'm doing is I'm right clicking on this project and I'm creating a new class file here. I will say first script as the name of that class, and I'm using public static void main, and click on finish. Now what I have to do is, as we discussed previously, let us run this script on a Chrome browser. So what I'm doing is I'm saying WebDriver equals to new Chrome driver. Okay, now this shows an error here, and if you point it here, it is saying you have to import WebDriver, which is argopenqa Selenium. That means this is from the jar files we have downloaded in the first video and configured. So click on this one, and this one is imported now. Now it is showing an error for Chrome driver, and the error is you have to import Chrome driver. So click on this one. So Chrome driver is also imported now. So all the errors are gone. So we have created the first script, but we can't run it just like this, because even though we have created an object for the Chrome driver which we can use to execute the scripts on a Chrome browser, first we need to open the Chrome browser. We need to have a connection to the Chrome browser, because all the browsers that we have got, like Chrome browser or Internet Explorer browser or Firefox browser, they belong to third-party vendors. For example, Edge browser belongs to Microsoft. Similarly, Chrome browser belongs to Google. So we cannot directly open them. For that, some third parties, they have provided some driver.exe files. So we need to download all those driver.exe files. Each browser has got its own driver.exe file. So we need to download all those driver.exe files. Since this one we are executing our scripts on Chrome browser, we will download the driver.exe file for the Chrome browser. So for downloading the driver.exe file for Chrome browser, just go to the URL that we have seen in the first video, which is Selenium HQ. So just type Selenium download here, and the first result, which is seleniumhq.org/download, click on this one and come down, and you will see the different driver.exe files here. Since we want to download Chrome driver, click on this link, Google Chrome driver, and once we go here, it will show you the latest release, which is Chrome driver 2.44. Click on this one and click on this link again, and you will see different zip files here. For example, if you are running your scripts on Linux system, then you have to download this one, and for Mac system you have to download this one, and for Windows system you have to download this one. So even though mine is Windows 64, I can still download this Win32. So just click on this one. The download is completed. So just go to the downloads folder and copy this one, and I am pasting it here, and I am extracting this one. Now this is extracted, so I am just copying it to the same folder, and I am deleting this. Okay, so now I have got this Chrome driver.exe file, and the path for this one is C browser drivers. I have saved this in the C drive under browser drivers folder. So now what we have to do is we have to set the path for the Chrome driver.exe file. If you have gone through my Java basics videos, I have explained about a class called properties class, which provides an object system. So using that system object, which has got different methods like set property, get property, etc. We will use those methods to set the property webdriver.chrome.driver to the path of the chromedriver.exe file. So let me write this one and I will explain you one more time. So what I have done here is I am using the object of properties class, which is a system, and I am accessing this method set property, and I am setting a property which is webdriver.chrome.driver. This is the path for the chromedriver.exe file. So we are setting this path here, and I have saved my chromedriver.exe file in C browser drivers folder. So I am setting this path here, C colon // browser drivers / chromedriver.exe. So in Eclipse we use double backslashes, so just remember that one. Okay, now we have set up the path to the chromedriver.exe file. So this is the first thing you have to do whenever you want to write a script for Selenium. Once this is done, then we create an object for whatever the browser that we want to execute. If we want to execute our scripts in Chrome browser, then we create an object for Chrome driver class, but it is of the type interface WebDriver. So now I have created an object here. Now in order to open an URL, I will use the get method. So driver.get of, I will say http://www.google.com. So get is a method provided by this interface. So I will use this object driver.get and I will enter the URL here so that the URL will be opened. So now let us run the script and see how it works. Right click, run as Java application, and now it has opened the Chrome browser and it has opened the Google Home. So this is how we create a Selenium script. Let me explain you one more time this program. So what I have done is I have created a new project first, which is Selenium tutorials, and I have created a package Selenium scripts, and I have created a new class firstscript.java, and within this class first I have created an object for this Chrome driver class, and this object is of the type WebDriver interface. So now using this object I can access any methods of this interface. But before that, since this Chrome browser, Internet Explorer and all these things, they belong to a third party, we need to have an extra exe file, which is a driver.exe file for each and every browser. That means whenever you want to run the tests on different browsers, you need to download all these driver.exe files and save them in a particular folder. Since I want to run the scripts on Chrome browser, I have downloaded this Chrome driver.exe file and saved it in C drive browser drivers folder. And if you have watched my Java basics tutorials, then I have explained about a class called properties class, which provides an object system. Using this system object, we can set different properties. So one of the property that Selenium is using is webdriver.chrome.driver. So we use system.setProperty webdriver.chrome.driver, and we set the path where we have downloaded the Chrome driver.exe. So this is the path. Once this is done, now we will use this driver object to open the browser. For that we have a method which is get method. So driver.get, and we will give the URL here. So once you run this one, then it will open the Chrome browser and it will open google.com. Once you run this script, then it will open the Google Chrome browser and it will open the google.com page. So in this video we have seen how to create a Selenium script and how to run it on Chrome browser. If you want to download the document for this one, you can go to my GitHub repository, which is at github.com/subbustech, and go to Selenium-tutorials. This particular video starts with number 2, so search with number 2 here, and okay, we have a lot of findings here. So this document you can find it here, which is Selenium-creating first Selenium script and running it on Chrome browser. So you can download this document. In the next video, we will see how to run the script on Firefox browser.